Two-thirds of new jobs are created in new start-up companies, so we want more start-ups. And what Owen and Startup Ireland has done has really put a focus on it. It's about focus and inspiration and energy, and it's all here today. So if you're thinking of doing it, there has never been a greater support system in place than there is in Ireland.
We're lucky in Cork. We've had Cork Innovates down here for a number of years now, who've been fueling and firing really that startup community. So we have a very strong startup community here, but this collaboration again on a national basis is really going to put Ireland on the map, and Cork will get its share of that too, I'm sure.
We support startups in UCC and spin out campus companies, and a lot of our companies, we have 2 gateway companies presenting here at the forum this morning. Get as many mentors as you can, get the best advice, take the best advice. If you have to fail, fail good and fail better and start all over again.
We've seen situations where people have had a go, they've had brilliant ideas, but sometimes those ideas didn't work out. They went on to their final year, and in fact one of them went on then afterwards to go to the Ignite Centre in UCC afterwards with a completely different idea.
We have many clusters already in Cork and we're doing many good things, but actually I like the ambition about 2020 and making Ireland and the individual cities global startup hubs. I think Cork has the potential to achieve that, and I think by bringing this gathering brings people together, brings the organisations together, work more closely together, and we're hearing this morning about how that's worked in other places like Israel with best practice, and it's a real opportunity for Cork.
We're launching a tourism product for Dublin, where you can walk around Dublin and experience and learn about what happened in 1916, for obvious reason, because 1916 is going to be a big one next year. When I first came up with this idea, I had no clue what would be inside it and how it would work. We simply had an idea.
The research projects are collaborative projects. You can't win alone, you must win with other partners from 2 other member states or associated countries in Europe. Anyone that's in the the European Song Contest.
Rubicon Centre is based next door. We work hand in hand with the research community here in CIT, with the Medic, Nimbus and Kappa, and the wider community as well. We're Ireland's largest campus-based incubation centre with 50 plus companies, and our strengths are raising money, market research, connecting people.
CIT in general has a big part to play in innovation, and today is all about innovation supports, and we're happy to be here kicking off events for the Startup Gathering, which is running all this week. There's a series of events on, I believe tomorrow, between today and tomorrow there's going to be something like 60 events taking place from now to the rest of the week.
We generate a pool of talent, and we collaborate also with international partners, and this is quite significant because you've heard earlier about H2020 funding, so we have a very extensive network of international partners, both in industry as well as in academia, and we're delighted to bring into projects, bring Irish companies into projects and introduce them to our network and partner with them in European projects as well.
The funding world, the business world is a contact sport. So unless you are out and about meeting people, talking to people, you will not find out the multitudes of opportunities that are there, both from a funding perspective, from a commercial perspective, from a technology perspective.
In 2013, I then was very lucky. I got onto the New Frontiers program in 2014. So this is here in the Rubicon Centre, Incubation Centre. I must say, this was one of the best experiences at that time I could ever imagine. It was perfect.
I just wanted to take you through today for about 10 minutes, just really a few common features that the bank looks for when you're approaching. Okay?
We're an environmental consultancy, essentially focused on preventive approaches, and we started off in 1993 in the college, founded by 2 chemical engineers, Dermot Cunningham and Noel Duffy.
Well, this is an excellent concept. It's the next step in the journey, I suppose, to really bed down a recovery that we've achieved in this country and encourage people, to start new businesses, to support them when they start, to encourage a much greater ecosystem for the enterprise culture in this country. We have great people, they're very innovative, and we look forward to playing our part down here in Cork.
So any startup in Cork should seriously consider a presence in Asia. The markets are huge, the opportunities are huge. You should move out there, find a local partner, and then you can literally live in the two countries.
We came from the UK to Cork to grow our business. We found the infrastructure here for startups, to have support for the skills that are available, really helped us accelerate our business and grow. And from an investment point of view, when we're raising money, the investors weren't just investing in our company and the skills that we had, they were investing in all the infrastructure that was around us to support us to get to our end goals.
What we hear from our seasoned entrepreneurs very often is failure is not a bad thing. Fail quickly, fail fast, and get over it and move on. We have found that in all of our events that this is one thing that the seasoned entrepreneurs continually talk about.
I think the value of networks is really important. I think people have a wrong understanding or a false understanding of what a chamber does specifically as a network. Some people feel it's more for bigger companies. We do service bigger companies and a lot of elements of what we do, but a lot of our services and supports are aimed at startups and SMEs.
So I think there's never been a more exciting time to start a business in Ireland. In terms of the digital reach you can get from what is a relatively small country in the European marketplace is exceptional. Over the last 4 or 5 years, we've grown so that last year about 500 book publishers sold 7 million books in 182 countries around the world through our platform. So that's amazing reach, all achieved online through a digital marketplace.
So I'm here today at the Startup Gathering promoting our new digital hub. It's Ireland's first rural digital hub located in Skibbereen with up to 75 desks as a co-working space. My advice for startups would be research, 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 know your market, know your product, and then initiate and getting advice from others as well.
Being a startup is a very lonely journey and it's a very lonely experience for a lot of people, and to give entrepreneurs budding and embarking a sense that they're part of a wider community and that there's a community of expertise and really a support group and I suppose a following that wants to see them succeed is very important.
With Startup Gathering and the ISA Tech Brew, we're offering to be able to share the experiences of real tech CEOs and business leaders and to help startups understand what the path is going forward and help them be successful.
I think the Startup Gathering is a phenomenal opportunity to expose the startup community to the full cluster, the full ecosystem, the full range of opportunities for them. But equally, it's really important for Ireland that we develop that startup community, we bring them together, we bring them into the cluster, and we do develop and grow that whole area for us.
The reason why we're funding the IPIC Bootcamp is very simple. There's a big opportunity to grow jobs in Europe. So it's well recognised that in Europe they're going to create 30,000 new jobs in photonics by 2020. And we want to make sure that Ireland is part of that we secure some of those jobs.
We do leading edge research, but that can enable a new generation of companies. So we've spun off companies in photonics here before, and we need to generate many more of those, and we need them to scale. And I think this initiative is going to help that happen.
Well, for Cork, what we have is a community here that's working well, but what we needed, and it's really good to have, is a cohesive group to bring us all together in one event. And we've managed to go to a number of events in Cork whilst I've been here, and it's great to see the community coming together.
So there's been a huge amount happening in Cork since last Friday. We've had a fly hack at the airport, we've had a startup weekend, we had an incredible forum here today in County Hall. We've a number of great events still to come, including the launch of the Irish International Business Network for the South West, which is happening on Friday afternoon.
I think that you have all the major ingredients which are required to become really a central hub for startups. You have presence of MNCs, you have commitment and support of the government, you have support of county. I think that all this mixed together, you just need to push harder your young entrepreneurs not to be afraid.